It's that story we've heard a million times. A young boy with busy parents has to entertain himself, leading to a love of outdoor activities ranging from fishing and surfing to skiing and mountain climbing. Then, when a need for equipment isn't possible because of financial constraints, he chooses to teach himself how to make that equipment himself, leading to others wanting to buy the equipment from him. And even though he doesn't have any real thoughts or desires to starting a business, that's exactly what happens. And not only does that business grow and evolve into a completely separate business that he initially knew very little about, that business grows into an industry-changing company valued at $3 billion with a very sincere mission to save the planet and run by a man who just wanted to have some fun outside. And that's why this week's On Brand is on Patagonia.
We're all jazzed up, really having a cow. You want your favorite show, and it's on right now. It's on brand.
Welcome to On Brand with Jon and Marisa.
Hey, I'm Jon.
Hey, I'm Marisa.
Okay. Let's climb a mountain. Let's climb a mountain of money. Let's climb a mountain of granite, whatever they do. Who better to talk about the history of mountain climbing than John Glover? Someone that has spent the last 48 hours on his couch researching for a secret project.
I'm calling it right now. Hard on for me.
Hard on. Why am I doing it? Why am I doing Patagonia?
Great question.
It's kind of been on my list because I've heard rumblings that they're a good company.
Good
and
company.
I wanted to learn about them.
They'll patch your jacket.
Look what I found in the garbage last week.
Oh, it does have a little bit of a garbage stain on it.
It does. It needs washing. But you know how, like in LA, I don't know if in other places, when you go out on garbage day, sometimes on the garbage can, someone will lay something on top. They're saying, I don't want this anymore. I think there's life left in it. You want it, you take it.
Let the angels bring it where it belongs.
I was picking something up from Buy Nothing.
What was it?
A mistake pickup.
What was it?
A vintage? Okay, here's what I thought it was.
So you've been telling me, you're like, I am so busy. You're like, I have not had 2 minutes to even take a whiz.
Ago.
This is pre-job.
This is like, I think this was actually a night or two before I started working.
Okay, thank God. Because it is not out of character for you to say that you're very, very busy and then to reveal that you went to like Azusa to pick up like a dog ball. It's like, why'd you need a dog ball? You don't have a dog.
It's Mario. It's Mario. It's limited edition for the new movie. So I went on a Buy Nothing. Okay, here's what I thought I was picking up. Very cute vintage box. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs dolls.
Oh.
I get it. I pick it up. Okay, I know. We'll get to all of it. I thought that'd be cute. 8 little dolls, put them on a shelf. The box is cute, whatever.
Sure, yeah.
I go to pick them up. It's not on the porch. I text Lady. She's like, my husband's bringing it out. I'm like, oh, God, how
now you have to, like,
embarrassing.
chat with
I have
the
to, like, talk to... My favorite thing
He's
about...
like, you're into dwarves, eh? Yeah, I said, you're a Disney guy? Not really. You like Snow White? No. You like boxes? I mean, they're fine.
You like a group of little people?
You have room to display 8 figurines?
No, absolutely not, actually. You'll put it in some sort of storage unit? Actually, I don't even know that it'll go there.
I think it'll probably stay in my car.
It'll probably be next to my ice maker on the floor of my car for quite a while. So I go to pick this up. The husband comes out. I'm like, thank you so much. I have to pretend I'm a Snow White doll collector.
You did? What did it sound like?
Actually, you know what? I didn't. I was like, you know what? I was like, I don't even know why I'm doing this, but it just looked really cute. He's like, it is cute. And so I took it. Get to my car, open it up. No dwarfs. Dwarfless. Now I'm just a man who met another man to pick up a doll. It's a Snow White doll that
How big?
It's like...
Size of a...
She's like this big.
Oh.
I'm not even convinced that
Wait, I thought they were like this big.
No, it's like a doll that's like this big with like 30 outfits in it. It's like dresses, aprons.
Is it a toy for children?
It's like from the 50s.
Okay.
Yes, it's a toy from for a young girl in the 50s.
Wait, past life.
Oh my God.
This might be healing for you. Play with the doll and see what happens. That's all I'm saying.
I need to get this doll to a bunker.
Memories will come flooding back.
Wow, this is the doll I never had. So now it's just like,
Now you just have a doll.
now I just have a doll.
What did they specify? Dwarves included?
No, but the thing in front said, it says on the package, Snow
Okay.
White and the Seven Dwarfs. I don't know if you bought them separately.
They should have specified doll only.
I haven't. They should have. Now, in hindsight and afterwards, I did go look at the listing, and
And?
it only has a picture of her. I assumed under that pile of clothes there were 7 dwarves.
You were blinded by excitement to get this doll.
And the thing is, it comes in a little suitcase. It's vintage looking, but it's faded and dented,
Yeah.
so it's not like even like perfect vintage.
Not all old stuff is like, yeah, worth hanging on to. Not in mint condition. Yeah. You might have to let this one go.
Might have to let this one go. So there's that. What else? So yeah, so then I'm leaving there.
Okay.
It's garbage night. I walk past their neighbors' garbage cans. On top of that, a jacket. My first thought is I go to Skid. I'll grab the jacket for
Yeah.
if there's like good shoes or anything that are available to me, I always grab them and take them down to Skid.
Yeah.
Now I picked up this jacket. I'm like, Patagonia. I know that's kind of probably a nice jacket. I couldn't really tell because it was dark.
I mean, a retail could be like 140.
A newer one's 280. They're
Oh my
all over the
God.
place.
Wow. That's
It
crazy.
is an L. Me, I'm an XL boy, but I haven't tried it on because it needs a washing. But I was like, let's just do it. I was like, this is a sign to do Patagonia.
sign.
Let's do it.
It's a sign. Yeah, they have a really, which I'm sure you're going to talk about, like you could lose both arms of your jacket, not arms.
They will do anything in
And
their
they'll stitch
power
it
for you
back
to
on.
never buy another jacket again. They
Really
don't
good
care.
business model.
It is someone told me, I forget who now, they like went to Patagonia to buy another jacket and they had a Patagonia jacket. Like, why are you buying another one? Like, you
They
don't
talked
need-
him out of buying it.
Yeah, like I don't remember if he ended up getting it or not, but he was like they did not want me to buy another jacket.
They're like, I don't know. The color doesn't really suit me. They're like, let's dye it. Let's dye it, man.
just die in it. You're gonna die in it.
dye in
Let's
it.
just die it.
It will outlive you. We will continue to mend it after your passing.
Lifetime warranty.
Oh, so it does end at the end of life.
But whose life? Yours or the jacket?
See, this is what we need to get litigious about.
I have to bring in my lawyer to this garbage jacket. Now me, if it wasn't Patagonia, because they do seem like a really good company, I
Sure.
would probably try to play the system somehow. I would take this
Yes.
jacket in. I would
You'd be
like,
bringing in a little baby jacket that you got at a garage sale and say, it shrunk in the washing machine. And they would say, honey,
I need a newie. I need new clothes credits.
whatever you say, the customer is always right.
Here we go. So we'll get into the show. It might be a long one. We did have I wanted to talk quickly about this
Yeah.
week. We had our apartment inspections.
Sure, yes.
Every like 5 years or so, the city comes, checks our apartments. One, make sure. In my head, I was like, oh, they just want to make sure that your landlord is not a slumlord.
Sure.
They also want to make sure you're not a hoarder. Or
I
anything
actually
crazy.
did not know that.
I
I thought it
kind
was
of
to
learned that.
protect you from the landlord.
Well, they want to make sure that you're not doing anything that would like be a fire hazard or
Sure,
something.
sure. You're not making meth in the bathtub.
Luckily I just have a stand-up shower with 2 spiders in it today, by the way. I bathed with 2 arachnopods.
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 Were they concerned about the drip?
The drip.
The drip from the soup can down your bathroom wall?
I hid it. I covered it up. I should have taken a picture of how I
Oh my
covered
God,
it
if
up.
they peeked under.
I was like, what if they look under and find that? I was like, I'm so want to not get rid of that drip. I'm willing to cover it with 3 items.
Psychotic. How clean did you get it before the inspector came?
Clean enough that I was okay with them coming in. Not clean enough where I didn't give him a warning before he came in.
Sure, you have to.
I was like, I don't know if my landlord told you, because the landlord's there, but they don't come in. He stayed outside.
When was the last time he's been in your house?
I don't know.
Few years.
I mean, he's been my landlord for 200 years. He
Sure.
knows me.
He knows.
He texted me Saturday and was like, hey, do you mind tidying up your porch? Because my porch gets really bad. I don't like, if I get packages, that box will be there until someone forces me to get rid of it.
Wild.
I'm wild. So I warned him. He's like, okay, well, I thought he'd laugh. He's like, well, let's see. And I'm like, oh. And then he comes in, he's walking around. Then I do my thing because I want to feel normal. I'm like, I'm sure you've seen much worse. He's like, yeah, but this is a lot. And I was like,
That's like taking like your infected toe to the infected toe doctor, and you're like, well, I mean, this guy's looking at infected toes all day.
Yeah.
Surely mine's not that bad. Right?
he
Right,
takes
doctor?
off your sock and
Right?
he's like, zoinks! Nurse, get the axe. I think that's how they remove toes.
I think so.
So I mean, we won't stay on this too long. He like went around. At first, he goes in the bedroom, and the bedroom is the worst part. First back first.
Wow, start in the rear.
Start in the rear.
Work your way.
No, he started in the
front.
he made his way to the rear.
Sounds like a fun
He
date.
gently he did a reach around. So as he's going in the bedroom, I had decided first I just throw out the podcast. I was like, oh, sorry. I was like, I do a podcast on brands. That's why I have so many things.
I'm sure that's also something every single person says. They all say they have a podcast. Every hoarder house he visits, they're like, you don't understand. I have a podcast about collecting cat fur, and that's why I have all this cat fur in my place. Because of my podcast, which makes me quite rich, as you can tell by my vinyl collection.
Well, I was like, what is a man going to think that I have 40 Trader Joe's totes in my bedroom? I was
For
like,
your
I was going to say I'm a flipper. I was like, I now have a side business. I'm selling things on the internet.
You care what this guy thinks.
Kind of. Yes. It's like I always want to get good blood results from the doctor. I always want the people that it doesn't.
I'm a brand ambassador for Peeps. That's why I have all the Peeps on my bed.
That's what I'm getting to.
Oh, no.
So he's in the bedroom and he's like, well, and I have like 3 piles in the bedroom that I have put into like bins, and those are stacked up quite high.
Okay.
But they're in bins. They're high. He's like, I don't know about the height of these. I'm like, what does it matter?
Why do you care if I get crushed in the night? Who cares?
This isn't affecting me. He's like, we might have to lose some of the stuff. I was like, but this isn't affecting anything. So I talk him out of me having to get rid of anything in the bedroom. He's like, I need to make, you need to make sure that you can get out your window in case there's a fire. We both look over at the bed. 2 human-sized Peeps laying on the wall, looking all like haggard. One in the corner.
Dying for a picture of your bed right now.
I took a picture of it so I could include it in the supplementals.
Okay, good.
But the window's cracked up, and I was like, yeah, I had no problem getting out that window. I just got to wiggle past the Peeps. He didn't say anything. He was very kind. I do have to clear some stuff out of my carport.
Oh, why?
Which is fine.
Why do they care about that?
He's like, the carports are made for cars, not storage. And I was like, well, that's silly. He's like, call your mayor. I was like, okay.
The bridge.
I can't even.
The bridge.
I can't even.
Oh, the bridge is for driving on, not for making a vat of spaghetti.
Storing potholes. Is this the city's pothole collection? We want to show you the pothole collection. It's over here on that water
My
bridge.
entry for largest pothole in the Guinness Book of World Records. Is that what the bridge is for? Or is it for driving on? Mr. Mayor. Mrs. Mayor.
Ms. Mayor. Mayor McCheese. We'll get in the show. Last thing I'll say about the bridge. Popped a tire last year.
Mm-hmm.
For months, I'm like, I'm going to make the city pay for this tire.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, I look it up. Will the city pay for it? You have 6 months to
apply for that. Yeah.
For them to. I look up the receipt of when I had to buy my new tire. September 4th. I look up at the clock the date. March 4th.
Oh.
It was 6 months that day.
My God.
So I filled out the form. I've heard nothing. We're going to see. I took pictures of these potholes.
Wow.
But I've applied for the city.
Online upload or in the mail?
Online upload
So
didn't
instant.
work the first 9 times I hit submit. Had to keep trying it again and again. Finally went through. No confirmation email.
No, classic.
I keep going back. You can put in your. I did get a file. I did get a case number. You can put in your case number and your whatever. And it's every time I do it, it says you'll get an email when we look at this.
No website actually works.
From the city. The
city, but then you'll go to like a Fortune 500, you'll go to chasebank.com and it's like, we're experiencing trouble right now. Try again later. I'm like, you are one of the largest companies in the entire world and nobody is on the ball fixing these websites.
What is wrong with people?
Yet I go to like traderjoes.com and that one is working like a well-oiled machine.
Except the thing you went there for, you're like, do they still sell the chili sesame oil? It's not coming up in the search results.
Oh, no.
Just recipes for it.
And the list of the latest 200 items that had glass in them.
They do get a lot of glass.
A lot of glass.
And while we're on the website, and then we'll really get on the show,
Yes,
I've been
yes.
meaning to get this off my chest for like 5 years.
What?
You don't have to tell me that the menu items have changed. I don't remember when I called last time. Oh, wait, that used to be 8. Now it's 9? I don't care. Save the breath.
And you know what? Record the call for quality control purposes. Assume that we're surrendering that right when we call this number.
We're good with it.
You're wasting my time.
Half the people calling you are podcasters. We're constantly being recorded. Go for it.
Go for it.
All right, Patagonia. What do you know about it?
I love Patagonia. I have a Patagonia jacket when I was working as a super fancy Hollywood writer, and I was on set very early in the morning. I needed I saw a director that had this Patagonia zip-up jacket, and I was like, I need to look like I work in showbiz. The uniform for working on set early in the morning is a Patagonia jacket.
It is a purchased from maybe Starbucks, more than likely the local coffee shop by your house, generic cup with sleeve, Patagonia jacket, some sort of like binder, clipboard, some sort, whatever your tool
I'll
is.
go put mine on.
Great. Maybe I'll put this dirty one on.
Imagine me rolling up to set early morning, got my coffee, got my burrito.
Imagine me running up to James Cameron on set and say, hey, I got that fish footage that you were hoping that I would pull. Had it sent to the monitors.
I was hoping there would have been an artifact from my old life in the pocket. Maybe a ticket to the Emmys.
Maybe mine has one. Oh, look at this nice pocket here. I'm going to lose. This is now my new gold jacket.
Wait, are yours? I think that jacket is literally the same as mine.
Mine says men's homies.
I know, but like it's the same kind of like brick, like staggered offset brick. Oh, that sleeve is. Yeah, oh, mine too.
You got your jacket from the garbage too?
Listen, I've gotten a lot of reps in on set on this thing. That's probably a camera oil stain.
Yeah, mine's definitely from the jig.
Yeah, got a little deviled egg from Crafty over here. Got a little
carried around an apple box. I think mine's blue, so it's probably Na'vi makeup.
Yeah, probably.
All right, so we both love it. We both live it. Let's learn about it.
I love it.
If you're not familiar, Patagonia, in its most basic nutshell, it's an American retailer. They sell outdoor recreational clothing and equipment and apparently food, which I did not research, but they
you get a hot dog at Patagonia?
Like camping food, maybe. I did no research on it, so I'm not going into the food.
Sure. Like REI has like ready like camping meals. Yeah,
sure they've got something. If it's Patagonia, it's probably good. They're known around the world for their quality of their clothes. Like me, I know that they do good things for the world. I didn't know exactly what they were. I'm going to put a couple of things out there before we get into the show. I know nothing about mountain climbing. I will probably say terms wrong. I will probably get like logistical facts about how mountain climbing works wrong. And at one point, I tried to put in all the initiatives and charities and stuff that Patagonia does. It's too many, and it's so boring. It's like in 1999, they started this, and that does this, and this, and this.
We know they're good. They're giving their money away. It's a ethical company.
If you want to know...
Alpal climbed Patagonia. Alpal went to Patagonia.
It was home base. Right?
That was
home base.
Mount Everest.
Well,
base camp.
I watched a documentary last night, Climbing Patagonia. I mean, it took them months.
You don't think you could do it? You call bullshit.
I'll
leave this in.
I think I could do it. Al, I don't know.
You think he just went to a Patagonia outlet and lied?
I got to get to the Patagonia store in Pasadena to take a picture for my subs. All right, so their philosophy is what's important isn't what you accomplished, it's how you got there. Another warning, they have a bunch of philosophies. I'll throw them out throughout the show. Now, to be fair, Patagonia would hate my guts. I'm everything that they don't want. They want you to buy gay.
We're calling him like a very ethical CEO. Hates gay
homos.
guys.
Yeah, I think I want to try this jacket. They're like, that's for a straighter man. No, they love the gays, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
I didn't even look that up. Do they? Let's see real quick.
Google will autofill. Do Patagonia love the gays?
It started with the employees.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, AI overview. Yes, Patagonia Incorporated is a vocal ally of the LGBTQ plus community.
Love it.
Great.
Okay, so they like that about you. That's where their like of you ends.
Yes. Yes.
They only like that you're
They
gay.
would not like that I have 800 cups for liquids, that I have all my totes, all my excess.
Sure.
Everything they're against. So
They're like minimalist. You have one jacket you buy from Patagonia, you never have another one.
Exactly.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm going to make it the whole time with this jacket because my arms are starting to feel a little clammy, but we'll see. There may be not perfect continuity in the show. All right, so you can't talk about Patagonia without talking about Yvon Chouinard. And I hope I'm saying his name right. That's how they said it in one of these documentaries.
I would love it if he called in and said we said his name wrong.
Said it wrong. Spelled with a C. Why are you saying Chouinard? That's what they said.
We'll find out.
Yvon Chouinard. So he grows up in a Catholic family. His dad is French-Canadian. He's a handyman and a mechanic and a plumber. He's really good with his hands, but he's busy all the time. So Yvon is alone a lot, and he does what boys of the time would do. He'd go fishing. He'd go hunting for frogs. Very, stereotypical kid of the time. He didn't speak great English. In 1947, the family moves to Southern California. And as a kid, he's a member of the Sierra Club, if you're not familiar with them.
Oh, I've donated. I might still be donating $10 a month to the Sierra Club.
They're still sending me address labels, which I shall never use.
Oh my God! Good luck trying to cancel. Good
I'm
luck.
not
They're
even-
you have to personally strangle a polar bear to cancel.
Oh, you hate all animals then. I'm sorry. I'm misunderstanding. I'm confused. That you don't make $10 a month?
That is the best thing though, where it's a Sierra Club outside of Whole Foods. You can go, oh, I'm actually already a member. Thank you.
No.
I don't have to pretend like I'm on the phone like you do.
I do that so much.
Mom's
Sorry.
medication.
I'm from out of town. I don't speak polar bear. Please leave and I may some. So in 1953, the year that Peeps was created, Yvon is 14 years old. He becomes a member of the Southern California Falconry Club. I mean, how hot? I won't say hot because he's 14, but how hot is that idea? Just a bunch of men wanting to help falcons.
To tame the beasts.
Tame the beast.
The beasts of the sky.
And if
We
you're not
could get
familiar,
into falconry, maybe New Year's resolution for 2028.
2028. So 2020, everyone else will be deeply involved with the Olympics. Where's John? Is he coming?
You with a little bit piece of raw bacon hanging out of your mouth, and a falcon swoops down and grabs it from your lips.
I learned
fun. I see that.
I
for
learned
you.
how to send my falcon to Trader Joe's,
To
which
get
is
you.
1 block away, to get me a sack of nuts.
This does seem like a good falconry jacket.
I would definitely want the leather glove.
No,
I think.
I'm going leather free.
The Falconry Club, they're focused on promoting the art of falconry.
I keep showing up to Patagonia with 6 little holes in my jacket. And I'm like, you said you'd mend it, right? And they're like, this is the 3rd time this month you've come back with these 6 little holes. I'm like, you can't.
Falcons.
Falcons.
Falcon. I'm gonna say.
Tell the truth. Are you doing falconry without a leather glove? You're not allowed to ask me that.
You're not allowed
you
to
just
ask
have
me
to
that.
mend
That's
it.
in the United States Constitution. You can't ask that. Get them mended.
Get to mended.
Fun fact, got my down coat mended when I worked at Avatar. Weaseled my way into wardrobe and asked them if they could mend my...
God, showbiz has its perks. You get a little free haircut.
a little nippity nip and a little fix your down coat.
Fun.
I thought I could just sew it up.
Sure.
You got to make a patch, put it underneath the hole.
Of course.
If you don't want that down to get out.
They did it for you?
They did.
Oh my God.
I'm a friendly guy.
I know,
on
but
set.
that's so fun. It's like you have costume from Avatar.
I literally got permission from the costume designer to ask if I could have them
nice.
fix it for me. All right, so he's in the Falconry Club. On weekends, they would take trips searching for hawk aeries. If you don't know what a hawk aerie is,
Don't know.
basically, an aerie is the nest of a bird of prey. They're usually built on tall structures or in cliffs. They're hard to get to. So these guys, I don't know why they need to get to the nest, but they do to do whatever work they want to do. So they have to learn how to rappel down a mountain to get to these nests.
We shouldn't be doing that.
It's when is this? It's 1953. It's 100 years ago. I Love Lucy's just hit the scene. I would be at home watching Lucy. Did you see? She Vitamin Vegemin. They're like, I'm like, we're living different lives, Yvonne. But somehow we
John,
make it.
come falcon looking with me. Babe.
DVRs aren't made yet. I have to be at home at 8
You're
o'clock.
laying on the couch, eating your bonbons with your hair in curlers. And I'm hanging from a cliffside.
Lucy, I'm lazy. So when he learns how to rappel, it's an instant love. He loves it. He loves the beat of the mountain. It's like
Okay.
his jam.
Oh.
What he learns is when you rappel down, you gotta climb up.
That's the part I wouldn't like.
That's the part he loves even more. He thinks it's fantastic.
Oh, man.
So this really does start like what will be his lifelong love of mountain climbing. So him and his friends are all into it. They start hopping trains. I love it. 1953, me and my boys are going to hop a train over to Stony Point Park and rappel and climb a mountain.
Have you ever hopped a train?
Yeah. When I was a hobo, I used to only have a stick with a kerchief full of all my belongings. God, how big would my stick be? I'd have to have like 400 sticks. Each one's got...
Your bindle would be the size of like a love sack beanbag chair.
And that's just for my colognes. I mean, that's what they're called, bindles?
Yeah.
That's great. Thank
Bindle.
you. So they would go to Stony Park. I had not heard of this. It's only 30 minutes from here.
Should we go?
We should go.
Right now?
Yes. I put that, what I just said, and then after I put fun fact, question mark.
It's questionably fun.
I guess.
We'll leave it up to you to decide.
Yeah, let
if
us
that
know
was
what
fun.
you think. So as he turns 16, he's traveling to Wyoming to climb their tallest mountain. This guy's just getting into
Did
mountains
he
whenever
not go school?
School doesn't come up.
Oh.
So either he did and it's just not important enough and they didn't talk about it,
I
or
mean, he's finding a lot of time to ride the rails and climb up mountains, so I don't think he's really learning algebra.
Now that you bring it up, he does only speak Falcon. So I do think his educators were the birds.
All birds say caw, not just crows. So
You can only ask him questions where the answer will be call. Should I write or call? Caw. This is a quote that he said later in life about this time of his life. We never wanted to work. We never wanted to become stable citizens. All we wanted was to climb forever.
Wow.
It was as valid of a life as anything that we could think of.
it's too much.
Too much. So he does really develop this obsession for climbing.
Sure. When people are obsessed with something that's like healthy, like people kind of admire it, you know what I mean? But like, this is like you with Peeps, like you saying like it's never enough. I have to do it every day. I'm riding the rails looking for rare Peeps. I'm forever on the chase. And everyone's like, Jon, we're concerned. But swap out Peeps for mountains and everyone's like, good for you. What
Good
a
for
hero.
you. I know.
How healthy.
Everything that I choose gets a little like I drink Diet Coke. People are like, you really shouldn't. People are like, I had wine last night. It's like, ooh, where's it from? Did it have
yeah, good point.
It's like, I never question the things that you consume.
Live your life.
Live my life.
Your life.
Good Lord. I'm not doing meth in the bathroom. That came up twice. Meth will be our word of the day. Now, as he starts exploring and climbing more, what he realizes is he doesn't have all the equipment he needs.
Sure.
The more you climb, the more you need. The higher you go, the more you got to do.
That's what they always say.
Equipment, girl, is expensive at the time. It's 1950, so I'm assuming, it's 84 cents? But today that's like $79.
It's like rappelling, like ropes, like clamps, like
Stakes.
clips,
You got to get these
carabiners.
stakes, carabiners, this, that, all the
Sure.
stuff. His dad, as we mentioned, is, he's like a blue-collar worker. They don't make a ton of money,
Sure.
so he can't afford these things.
A carabiner, that'll put you in the poorhouse.
Carabiner's like 48 cents. The cat's losing its mind.
No one knows why.
So one of the things that he needs are pitons, which up until yesterday I was calling pitons, because it's Pitons. Thank God I watched this documentary last night at 9 because they're like pitons. I'm like, he's not talking about pitons,
It
is
sounds
he?
like a Shakespearean insult.
You piton.
You piton. I shan't waste another moment speaking to a piton such as thou.
That's really good.
Thank you.
So if you don't know what a piton is, they're these metal spikes that you hammer into like cracks.
Don't like that. Scary.
Don't like it. Scary. You clip a rope into it. It protects the climber from falling, a bunch of stuff. He can't afford them. So what's he going to do? He teaches himself to be a blacksmith.
Oh.
That's what you do in 1950, whatever.
Sure.
He goes to a junkyard. He buys everything that he needs. He gets a coal-fired forge. He gets an anvil, tongs, and a hammer.
Okay, that'll do it.
Makes his first pitons from an old harvester blade. Tries them out on different climbs, including one that he does at Yosemite. They work great.
Man, I don't even trust an off-the-rack piton. I'm supposed to trust a homemade piton.
I'm buying like a 99-cent store piton. It's like
Not
getting
a
my
chance.
batteries from there. It's like, I think it's 7 o'clock. I use the batteries in my clock. That's always my example. That was confusing, but you get it. Batteries from the 99-cent store don't tell time.
Don't use them maybe a flashlight.
Not a
But
heart
not a
monitor
clock.
or a clock.
No, where precision is key.
Yeah. So word spreads, and all of his friends are like, "Bro, I want to buy your piton." He's like, "What? I made my own piton. You want me to make you pitons?"
Wow.
Next thing you know, he's opening up a little shop in his parents' backyard,
Interesting.
and he starts making his own pitons.
A reluctant entrepreneur.
Reluctant entrepreneur, absolutely. He can make about 2 pitons in an hour. He sells them for $1.50 each. That's about
Okay.
$18 today.
Okay.
Not terrible. He's not getting rich making
He
pitons.
doesn't seem to care about money.
Money is definitely not his
Yeah.
top priority. But he's selling pitons out of the back of his car. I think he's selling pitons. How many times? Let's have a piton count. That's the
Do
word
it.
of the day.
Take a drink every time we say piton in this episode.
Piton. He's selling them out of the back of his car. I think he wants people to have good pitons.
Yeah.
It allows him to go do what he likes to do the most and
Sure.
go climbing whenever he wants. He travels the coast of California. Again, unaware. I do not know what his schooling is.
He's got a lot of free time.
Yeah. No, he would be totally content just doing that, just traveling around, climbing the mountain. California has a ton of different mountains that you can climb. He has no thoughts of being a businessman, but pitons are flying out the back of his car faster than he can make them. So he's like, you know what? Maybe I should sell pitons. He goes to his parents. He borrows $825. That's about $8,700 today. He gets a partner named Tom Frost, who's another climber and an aeronautical engineer.
Whoa.
And he uses that money to make a hardened steel mold. And I feel like that's something that we hear about on like Shark Tank. Like you make the mold and then you can mass produce. So now he's in a position.
The mold is expensive.
The mold, they call it something else there. I forget what on Shark Tank. It'll probably pop into my head later. But yeah, so now he can mass produce these things and make them a lot faster.
Smart.
Him and Tom would work together for the next 9 years. And basically they would redesign every climbing tool they could get their grubby little hands on. They would make each one stronger and lighter and more functional. And their guiding design principle during this time, he would say, is this. And I got to say, all their philosophy and stuff, I feel like they're always worded a little weird, but this is what he would say it was at the time. In anything at all, perfection is finally attained not when there is no longer anything to add, but when there is no longer anything to take away. When a body has been stripped down to its nakedness.
Oh, very Coco Chanel.
Very Apple, very Coco Chanel.
Sure.
Before you leave the house, take off everything.
Take off all your pitons.
Pitons to the floor. So now he's got this business going, but he kind of sets up in a way that works for his lifestyle. He would spend 6 months a year making pitons, blacksmithing his pitons, and then 6 months traveling and climbing.
Sounds like a fun life, to be honest.
Very nice life.
Good work-life balance.
Yeah, I could see why a fisherman's wife would be attracted to this.
You spend 6 months on the sea, then you come back home.
You got to spend it on the sea. The sea. He's like, I'm a mountain climber. The sea,
The
love.
sea.
I'm a fisherman's wife.
Don't try to stick a piton in a wave.
Don't try to catch a fish with a piton. You just have to club it. Clunk. All right, 1968. Chouinard's buddy, Doug Tompkins, who's like a climber and a skier and a surfer, just one of those outdoorsy boys from 1960s. He's like, hey, do you want to go climb Mount Fitzroy? Now, this is an 11,000-foot mountain or rock stuck in the ground. It doesn't look like a mountain to me, but again, I'm not a mountaineer.
Sure.
And it's 8,000 miles away in South America.
Wow.
And Chouinard's like, yeah, bro, let's do it. They buy a van, they fill it up with surfboards and skis and climbing gear. They buy a 16-millimeter camera, they grab 3 of their buddies, and they head out. Now, this is an 8,000-mile trip. From here to Ohio is 1,900 miles. So it's like driving
Crazy.
to and from Ohio 4 times. It's a far drive.
Too far.
But with the camera, they document the whole thing. I watched it last night. It's like a 52-minute documentary. 30 minutes of that is just the climb. But
Wow.
before you get to the climb, it's like you see them in like local little towns.
Sounds fun.
You see them surfing and doing stuff. It's a pretty fun little
Are they
watch.
hot?
Then,
Yeah.
not
now.
Not in your 80s. I mean, I feel as uncomfortable calling an 80-year-old hot as I do a 14-year-old. Like, I'm not going to do it. So they make their way down the continent and they stop and they, like I said, take in local culture and they surf. As money gets low, they sell things they don't need. They end up selling their surfboards so they can continue on the trip. They have car trouble. They run into some people who have a homemade dune buggy, so they're dune bugging around the sand. They go skiing down sand dunes, which I've never seen, like with like snow skis on. They're just living their best life.
These are fun boys.
Fun boys.
How old are they at this point?
30. He's 30 at this point.
This is hot. That's a hot age.
Yeah.
If you're young, 30, and tan, and like active, like you're like 99% on your way to being hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because a lot of things at that age constitutes hot more than even looks.
Yes.
It's smell, it's taste.
Yes.
A lot of different things. All right, so then it gets around to them tackling the mountains, and it shows them like walking towards the mountains. It's like that thing where like it does take a long time to get to home base and then base camp 2 and whatever. They're carrying 80 pounds of like shit on their backs.
Whoa.
They go up to do the mountain. The first day they're there, it's like the weather's perfect, it's clear. The narrator's like, with weather like this, they should be at the summit within a few days.
Uh-huh.
Cliff note this, like they have so many storms, like it takes them weeks, if not months, to get to the top of this thing.
Yeah, give up, turn around, who cares?
Who cares? Just go home. That's literally
just
what
lie.
What
you could
I'm
just
saying,
say like, yeah, we made it to the top.
Yeah.
No one's gonna know.
That's the thing. They get to the top and they're like, now they must head down, but not before they spend 5 seconds enjoying their feet. Like, we made it, gotta go before the sun sets. I'm like, girl, you could have watched Lucy this whole time. It's so windy there. They're not even able to have tents. Like at night, they have to dig snow caves to sleep in.
No.
It's chaotic. To me, it looks like pure hell. I would bitch every single hook I put in the snow, every step I had to
Remember
take.
when we got you to go snowshoeing?
God, that was the worst. That was the worst.
But you got to see a really old tree.
From a distance, Matt and I were like, cool, old tree.
I mean, you could have snowshoed down further to get a closer look at the old tree.
It looked just like a young tree. It looks like all the other trees.
That's because you were farther away. It made it look smaller.
That's true. It just looked like a Christmas tree to me. It's like the world's tallest tree.
Uh-huh.
If you want to watch this documentary, it is out. You can watch it free on YouTube. It's called Mountains of Storms. In the beginning, the little thing that comes up, it says, in 1968, 5 friends set off on a road trip that became legend. So it's fun. It's got Patagonia branding on it and everything.
That's cool.
Okay, so within just a few short years, Chouinard's equipment has become the largest climbing hardware company in the country. They're selling more than anybody else.
Wow.
That's what happens, I think, when you're of the right time and it's a niche product and you make
Sure.
good quality things. But it's also around this time that they realize that their pitons aren't so great.
What do you mean?
The pitons cause permanent harm to the rocks that they're using them
not
in.
to the climbers.
Not to the climbers.
The climbers don't perish.
Which would probably be, he would probably be more okay with it hurting the climbers than actually the earth.
Probably.
Because you're repeatedly getting hammered into these cracks, it's just ruining the rocks. So he makes a decision that a lot of people think is crazy. And he's like, well, if it's not good for that, we're going to pull back on those. And it's like their number one seller. So people are like, what do you do? It's like Sprinkles like, you know what, maybe we won't sell cupcakes.
Oh
we'll stick with
gosh.
ice cream.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But it is the first example of him really putting environment before profits.
Insane.
You don't see that anymore. But they didn't just pull the product. What him and Tom ended up doing is coming up with a better solution. So in 1972, they introduced what is called a chock, an aluminum chock. CHOCK, to the climbing market. It works similarly, but more gently. So instead of hammering this into a crack, you put it in by hand. It doesn't hurt it. It's removable. Let's see what I put. The primary difference between a piton and a chock is pitons are metal spikes that get hammered in the cracks, causing damage. Chocks are wedged in by hand, and it allows for what they called clean climbing.
Okay.
So basically, you can climb without damaging the environment.
Yeah.
So the brand that they're selling all of this equipment under, they are calling Chouinard Equipment. And so in 1972, they put together their first catalog and they introduced these aluminum chocks in that catalog, along with a 14-page essay on how to use chocks and how to clean climb. Like, this is like from the very beginning, it's all about like education,
Yeah.
like not just selling like this is what you need to climb. This is why this is better than what you might already be using. Or
It's a school.
it's a class.
It's a class. It's a climb class.
So he's championing clean climbing, which he says is an ethical approach to rock climbing. It prioritizes protecting the rock by using removable equipment that leaves no trace and respects the environment. You're relying more on the skill of the climber than just the gear that the climber has. And he thinks the best way for this to get ingrained in people, he thinks is like a two-pronged approach. One, education for the climbers about the climbing ethics, which is what he's able to do in his catalog.
Great.
And creating the equipment that they would need to do it, which is what so he's
amazing.
like, here's why and what you should use. We make it, buy it. So now this outdoor boy who just loves to climb mountains is really becoming like a leader and an innovator in this sport that he loves so much.
Good for him.
Good for him. And it probably is part of that, like, do what you love and it doesn't feel like work. I mean, I'm sure it does feel like work.
But to be able to have that same, like, that free-spirited, passionate, just outdoor dude attitude, but then also, like, crunching numbers and like you have a bookkeeper and you're like, you know what I mean? To have both sides to you is pretty rare.
And hot. Like,
And
I'm
be
picturing him
hot.
like he's like all like he just got off the mountain. Then
I think he's coming into a board meeting all covered in rock dust,
rock dust. He's got a calculator in one hand,
a piton in the other.
piton, his piton in the other. Sir, let me help you with that piton. So as the company grows and as the money flows, Yvon is able to do what he loves. He travels the world with his wife, climbing mountains.
Wife, boo.
Boo.
We want him to marry us.
Push her off the mountain 48 years ago and be with me now, even though you're 83. So they travel the world, they climb, and as he's traveling, he inevitably comes across other cultures, different foods,
Ooh.
different clothing.
Fun.
It's like when he's in Scotland, home of the Cocteau Twins, he picks up like this Umbro rugby shirt and starts wearing
Whoa.
that.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Umbro?
Yeah.
Umbro, I feel like I wore like
It's a brand, right?
It's a brand,
Yeah.
an English brand. They do a lot of sports clothing.
Yes.
I would wear like Umbro shorts back in like when I played soccer when I was
Sure.
a kid. And they were like
Sure.
it was like a material that I'm still looking for. Like I feel like no one makes anymore today. Like if I want like, it was almost like
It might be poisonous that they've
probably
determined, yeah.
leeches or something.
Sure.
It was almost like a garbage baggy, but like now it's like, I don't know, all the like swim shorts and everything is a different, like it's more fabricy
and
this
stretchy. I know what you mean. It almost has like a papery kind of
like
quality
almost
to
rustles.
it. Yes, it really rustles.
and I feel like no one uses that anymore, but that's what I
sure.
think of with Umbro.
Yeah.
So the rugby shirt that he gets, it's made out of this great light material. It's surprisingly tough.
Are rugby shirts having a moment again? Remember rugby shirts?
There's a brand called, I forget.
Would
like
you wear a rugby shirt in
Rowing
2026?
Blazers or something like that? I would. I love the look of a rugby shirt. I feel like I look like the Blind Side guy in a rugby shirt. Like I'm just a big boy in a rugby shirt. I feel like rugby
players are big boys.
everything looks better on a hot body. But yeah, I would wear a rugby shirt. Sure.
You, me, rugby shirts next week.
I used to get Coca-Cola rugby shirts.
Oh yeah, that one.
It was like red with like a white.
I want one of those.
Yeah, vintage Coca. Swatch made really cool rugby shirts too. I have a couple of those in the archive.
Archive. Is that what you call your unit?
My
The
closet.
bin stacked up in your bedroom is. This is just my archive.
I'm gonna need to check my archive here, Inspector. Is it okay if I call you Inspector? Yeah, that's what I am. So he's wearing this rugby shirt and he loves like this light, strong material, and he realizes that it would be great for climbing. The rugby shirt also has a very hefty collar,
Yes.
which if he has like rope slings on his neck would protect his neck, which he
Interesting.
feels like would be very good for climbing.
Wow, he never thought about collars before.
Never thought about it's a different time.
It's a different time. Collars were really rare.
What 30-year-old is at home with his piton in his hand thinking about collars?
Briefcase full of pitons.
So,
it would protect you from the sun.
the sun.
From rock
He never thought of
dust.
clothes before.
No, he was nude.
Nude. His philosophy was to be nude.
Yeah, you want to leave as little trace on the earth as possible.
Yeah. So he brings the rugby shirt back home. He starts using it when he's climbing. Everyone's
Using it, wearing it.
I'm going to taste my product now. He starts wearing it when he climbs. Everyone's like, Queen, where'd you get that shirt? I want it. He's like, there seems to be a niche for that. Maybe I can add these to the catalog. This becomes the first of many things that he will add to the catalog. He will add polyurethane rain jackets and bivy sacks that he finds in Scotland.
Cool.
Boiled wool gloves and mittens from Austria. Reversible beanies that are handmade in Boulder, Colorado. Catalog.
Oh my gosh, how fun.
Get them all in the catalog. Let's make a little, like, what do they call that when you, like, curate perfect little mountain climbing outfits from all over the globe.
I love, the rare finds from every corner of the earth.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Now the catalog is a lot of medical. Now the catalog is a lot of medical.
Do you need to go to the doctor? You keep saying medical. 911?
So now the catalog is a lot of metal climbing gear and a few pieces of clothing. The clothing starts to sell really well.
Wow. We've seen this happen before.
Not the first time we've played this game.
It's not your hero product, but somehow sales are through the roof. Okay, we're going to pivot. Maybe this will fall off. This will rise up. Okay. Yes.
Reversible beanies through the roof.
Wow, reversible beanies. 2 looks in one.
So, I think I'm going to wear the disgusting dandruff side today. I'll put the clean side by my scalp. I like your
polka dot beanie. Oh no, that's dandruff.
I'm quite ill.
There's a lice outbreak at my kid's school right now.
Babe, we got 8 more pages. Save that for off-brand. So the clothes are selling.
People are rushing to subscribe to the Patreon to hear about the lice outbreak.
Kids are disgusting. I never hear about Chouinard having children. I'm assuming he doesn't.
Interesting. They probably fell off a mountain.
So soon, the sales of the clothing outpaces the sales of the equipment. So in 1973, Yvon decides to spin off the clothing to a separate entity to keep the two things distinct. He wants a catalog addressing the need for better, more comfortable, durable clothing for climbers. He doesn't know, what should I call this?
What should you call it?
What do we call this catalog? His last company named Chouinard Equipment is kind of...
Chouinard's Schwartz.
Maybe we'll call it maybe he could call it the Chouinard Clothing Company.
There you go.
Not great, kind of boring. There's a new store what's that store that opened like 4 years ago? The Gap? That's like a fun name.
It's a fun name.
Maybe I want like a fun
Generation Gap.
For every generation, there's a gap. For every mountain, there's a climber. Maybe something like that. He wants something cool. Maybe a name that evokes like adventure. Maybe the name of a place. Maybe a place that sounds wondrous.
Getting warmer.
Maybe a place that's far away. Maybe a place that's almost mythical. And then he thinks, you know where I've had all of those things? On that trip that he took back in 1968 with all of his friends.
Where did we go?
What was the name of that place? I can't remember.
Remember we thought it would take like a few days, and then it ended up taking like a few months. And we were in a really bad mood.
We went in like September, and we thought we'd be back by the end of September, and we got back in late May.
Worst 3 months of my life. What do we call that?
I didn't go to school. What do we call that? Had to build caves. I'm going to call Doug, my friend who went with that. I feel like Doug is a good person to call.
Sure.
Not only was he on that trip, but in 1968, he opened a company called The North Face. And in 2 years later, he opened a company called Esprit. So he's probably good about
my God.
coming up.
You're kidding.
With names.
These 2 mountain loonies are responsible for 3 of the largest clothing brands in the world?
Doug, what was the name of that place? Oh, Mount Fitzroy, the one in Patagonia. And in 1973, the Patagonia brand was born by 2 freaks who became billionaires.
I could faint. That is so crazy.
Pull over, bitch.
Wow.
And I do think it sucks because I didn't want to stop it because your reaction was so good. He actually started the North Face in 66. I said 68.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
what are
If
you gonna
anybody's preparing for a test with this
Someone-
curriculum.
I have to say that because someone will write me and be like, actually, the North Face started in 66. Yeah, so these two guys, these two goons, you watch that documentary and these
Wow.
30-year-old goons and you're like, good Lord.
They are hot because every door that was possible to open for them.
They're hot because they're young and hot and perfect and get rich. And then when they're no longer hot, give me the life that I deserve. All right, so Yvon ends up opening the first store near his blacksmith shop in a former meat packaging plant. How cool is that? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe there's some...
Is that cool?
I
Blood
think so.
stains in the corner.
Yeah.
Hooks hanging from the ceiling. They
Now-
hang their jackets on a hook, ceiling hook.
Got a hole in it. That's when he's like, you know what? I'm going to make it free to mend holes for
Because
life.
all their jackets got holes in them from hanging them on meat hooks.
Yeah.
Remember, Al worked at a dog food factory for a day.
I worked in a box factory for a day. We've all worked in factories except you.
I don't want to work in a factory for a day.
No, you don't.
Just one day. I could do anything for a day.
With a new company comes a new saying. When the start of Patagonia started, Yvon introduced a new challenge.
Okay.
As we enter this new era of mountaineering, re-examine your motives for climbing. Employ restraint and good judgment. Remember the rock. The other climbers climb clean. This was what he was telling himself. He's telling his employees. He's telling the customers. He's telling the whole freaking world, it's time to climb clean.
Interesting. Wow. But, sir, I'm not a climber. It's a metaphor, okay? It's a metaphor. I've never climbed a mountain in my damn life, and I don't plan to.
Sir, could I see your piton? John, you make this joke every day. I know we don't have HR. We're not that kind of company.
We don't sell pitons anymore.
We no longer sell pitons. You can go look at the one hanging up in the lobby.
Climb clean, John. Climb clean.
Oh, I'll climb clean, sir. John, get to work. Why did I hire you? This is my secret job. Working for Patagonia. In 1975, what do we get? An iconic logo.
Oh, it's so good.
What is this logo? Why, this is Mount Fitzroy. This is the mountain that he climbed in 1968 that he thought he would only be at for a minute, and he was at for months.
If I was at the beginning of this mountain, I'd make it like here.
If I was at the beginning of this mountain, I would make it like The Price is Right, where they have that little yodeler that's like, yodelay-hoo, and you have to guess the prices to get him to stop.
Yes.
I'm like right beyond the second stitch of the beginning of the mountain.
I am a good 1/4 of an inch before the P in Patagonia.
I'm honestly, if I'm being honest, I'm to the left of the stitching that's
Putting the label on. I'm in the car. I'm in the car trying to get service so I can find the nearest In-N-Out burger.
You know, I guess if you're being honest, I should be honest too. I'm this dirty stain on the sleeve that needs to go wash himself and take a nap.
If we're being honest, I also am the dirty stain on my sleeve.
It's good to be
Ew,
honest.
why do I smell it?
I can't smell mine.
It
I
doesn't-
probably
it's
have
not bad.
crabs. I probably started the lice thing at your kid's school.
A jacket is intimate to take from the trash.
Yeah.
Like, it's intimate to wear someone else's jacket.
I
So close to
hadn't-
the pits.
Hadn't planned on wearing it, but here we are. We're knee deep in it yet. So the logo's great. I used it on our Insta egg this week. I don't know if people got it right away, but I don't know why they wouldn't have. All right, so now here we are. Let's look at mountain climbing as a whole at this point.
Okay.
The community of mountain climbing currently,
Sure.
what they're wearing is made out of moisture absorbing cotton, wool, and down.
Oh. Boo.
You know what you don't want when you're on the
Down
mountain?
with down.
You don't want your clothes down with down. You don't want your clothes absorbing liquids.
Makes sense. No pee in your pants as much as I do.
I look at the fake audience. The clothes not only are absorbing liquids, your bodily fluids, your sweats, your oozes, your
oozes
juices.
and juices, yeah.
They're also coming only pretty much in like greens, grays, and browns.
Oh, yeah. Dolesville.
Down with brown.
Down with brown.
Down with down.
Down with down.
These things aren't good. Now, Yvon is like, because of course Yvon says this, the North Atlantic fishermen use a synthetic pile sweater. That could be good for mountain climbing because If it's synthetic, I think it could insulate, but it wouldn't absorb moisture.
Interesting.
So his wife goes downtown, finds wife.
Boo.
Ooh. Helping? Ugh. Stay in the kitchen. Just kidding. So the wife goes to
I'm sure she's hot too.
She's definitely hot. No mention of her, though, and a lot of mention of the boys he partners with and spends months with in the mountain snow cave.
Okay, I saw Brokeback Mountain. I know what happens.
I saw Snowback Mountain. So they find this fabric and it works great. It does exactly what he wants. So 1977, the pile fleece jacket is introduced, quickly becomes a signature look for the brand.
Wow, eBay.
But what is the point of having an outer piece that doesn't absorb water when you're wearing underwear and panties that are soaking up your sweat like there's no tomorrow?
My swampy butt.
Doesn't make sense with her swampy butt. So in 1980, and they made a big deal about this on their website. I saw it in another article. So apparently this was a big thing. They really introduce and educate the world about layering.
Oh, people didn't know?
I don't think
people were like, when I go out climbing, I'm wearing a thick wool turtleneck and nothing underneath.
Only.
No bra.
Nothing under it, nothing over it. That is it. One layer. Layer. Why did I even say layer? Because there's no other layers.
There's no other layers.
So 1980, they introduce insulating base layers made out of polypropylene.
Okay.
That does not absorb water.
A lot of little jackets and shirts.
Well, here's the philosophy of layering for them, which when I read it, I was like, yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Layer 1, breathable base layers. Move sweat and moisture that could possibly freeze away from the body.
Okay.
Layer 2, middle layers designed for warmth and insulation. Great,
obviously, yeah.
Layer 3, outer shells to provide protection from the wind and rain.
That's like your
perfect little, that's what this is. I made my nipple hard. Good Lord. So 1980, they introduced layers. What are we going to introduce in 1981? Colors.
Oh, fun.
As I mentioned, everything, it's looking like a camouflage palette.
Sure, it was all earth tones.
All
Let's
earth
give it a little
tones.
pop.
Patagonia is like, let's drench this bitch in color.
Mm-hmm.
You got cobalt, you got teal, you got bright red, aloe, seafoam.
Putting something that's typically in dull colors, in fun colors, is like such an easy way to make a brand. Like if you're like, our shovels are bright orange, our shovels are teal, it's like there's gonna be somebody who's gonna be like, I want a colored shovel.
I love a non-traditional color on a traditional object.
Yes.
And I didn't even think about this until you were just talking. Like, wouldn't it make so much more sense if someone's on a mountain for them to be bright orange? So like you're like, oh, there they are.
Otherwise they'll just blend in like a rock.
Yeah.
You're like, do you see John? He's climbing that mountain over there. All I see is a protruding gray rock.
I see a very slow-moving, smoking rock eating a hamburger. Is that hamburger time machine hamburger man?
Also, it seems like it'd be easier if you needed to be rescued.
Yeah, that's what you mean.
Okay. Yeah.
That is, yes, thank you. But yes, so if there's a helicopter.
If you need a rescue, which I would need so many rescues.
Oh, girl, I would be like
the second time ever I went snowboarding, I was halfway down the mountain, maybe like actually like 1/5 of the way down the mountain, and I was like, I just laid down. I couldn't do it anymore. I just laid in the snow, and then somebody was like, "Do you need help?" And I was like, yes.
You roll all the way down the mountain and become a huge snowball.
With just my arms and legs sticking out the sides. They sent a snowmobile to come and pick me up and ride me down the rest of the way. I got to wrap my arms around a snowmobile driver.
Ooh,
how about that?
Did you feel his piton?
I didn't feel his piton, but I did have a lot of fun. Riding a snowmobile is so much more fun than snowboarding.
That's how I feel. I feel like I would be hesitant at first, and then I would get comfortable. Especially, if I wouldn't want it to be on a mountain. I want it to be on a field. That's how I am with like jet skis.
Okay.
Or jet skis, the thing you sit on and ride.
Yeah.
So those, I start off very timid, but if I'm on like a lake, I can really get into like those become so fun.
Jet skis are so fun.
Oh, I thought didn't know if you were going to say scary.
No, I love. They're kind of like the only water thing I like.
Yeah, because they
feel
don't
safe.
You can go so fast, but you don't feel like you're in major danger.
No, I feel safer on a jet ski than I do on a boat.
I feel safer in a jet ski. If I'm being completely honest, I feel safer in a jet ski than I do in my own bed with my peeps. And I don't mean my peeps like my friends. I mean my 2 48-inch peeps.
I can see that. I wish instead of sitting at this table, we were both sitting on jet skis. doing this pod because I would feel really safe.
The jet ski pod. Like, we should start podding from a
From
lake.
the lake?
Yeah. I can't swim though. I do have to wear a.
Oh, same.
thing.
I can swim. I just don't want to. I don't want to be like dependent on like, it's like, oh, can you swim? It's like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need a life jacket. It's like, well, what if my arms get tired? Like, don't count on me.
People are like, oh, they treaded water for 16 days. I couldn't tread water for 16 minutes.
seconds.
Like, how? Like, don't people get tired?
But remember when we went snorkeling, they were like, and nobody else wore a life jacket. I feel like you and me were the only ones with floaties because we were like, why would we swim if we don't have to? Like, floaties exist. So it's like you, me with like these big pool noodles, and we're like bobbing face down in the water looking at you're touching a. Yes, John touched a.
I didn't know that was against the law. Apparently, that's against the law, but I did illegally. I think you can get a big fine for it and go to prison for 7 years.
Oh, Al, bleep that. Bleep what John touched.
But I touched it.
You touched it.
I did touch it.
And you set out to touch it. You said my goal is to touch
I'm
it.
touch that.
Beep.
Okay, so now the company is finding its groove. They're helping us stay dry on the mountains. They're giving us fun colors. I mean, 81, fun colors are everywhere. That's when you're getting like rainbow
Neon.
socks. We're not quite at neon yet.
Sorry.
I think neon is more like mid 80s, late 80s. But 81, you watch an episode of like Facts of Life or Different Strokes. You've got those striped socks. You've got the like jackets kind of like this. It would have like a rainbow stripes around them.
Maybe a bright polo shirt.
Am I pitting out? Am I pitting through a whole shirt and a Patagonia jacket?
It is warm.
It's supposed to be 90 degrees here today. All right, so they're doing good things. The early 80s, they start putting into place things that a lot of companies in America are not doing for the benefit of their employees. They want to treat their employees as good as they're telling their employees to treat their customers.
And as good as to treat a rock. I mean, you can't treat a rock better than you treat your employees.
Sir, I hate to bring this up again, but I can't help but feel like you were not treating me as well as you would treat a rock. Now give me that piton.
Say that to your boss today. If you're feeling disrespected, tell your boss that you should be treated as well or better than a rock.
I have one favor.
You should use this because you have a job now.
Treat me better than a rock. They're like, I rock. We think we are treating you better.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
So we start seeing on-site childcare, paid time off and paid sick days. And this is kind of covering the next several decades, but this is not just in 1980, but we eventually get like on-site cafeterias for employees that have healthy organic food where you can eat throughout the day.
Amazing.
They eliminate private offices and go through that whole open floor plan to encourage communication and collaboration.
Great.
And it's to help like new parents be able to return to work and be around their kids. They want to keep employees happy and retain them. And these things sound kind of basic now in 2026, but in 1981, it wasn't a common thing.
Yeah.
1986, they do another huge thing. They decide to give 10% of the company profits to environmental groups.
Wow.
That evolves over time where it will either be 1% of their total sales or 10% of their profits.
Okay.
And then the 80s is all about rapid growth. It's like we're putting all these great things into place. We're the new kid on the block. Inc. magazine at one point puts them on their list of fastest growing privately held companies in the country. Things are great. Nothing could go wrong.
What could go wrong?
It doesn't matter if there's a recession in the early 90s.
No.
That won't mean that they have to sell less because people aren't spending on these sorts of things.
Well, and like outdoor sports is kind of like a luxury, right? To be able to like travel, go on like an outdoor sport. It almost seems like during the 80s, like that was a surge because like the yuppies are putting in their time in the boardroom and then on the weekends they're going skiing in Aspen.
Mm-hmm.
So what could go wrong?
Until the 90s when they're not.
Oh, they're not going skiing in Aspen, the yuppies?
Not quite as much.
Where are they going skiing?
On a coffee table. They start having weak sales. They have a revolving loan with a bank. The bank is calling in the loan.
Oh, no.
So now they find themselves in debt. And to pay that off, they have to lay off 20% of their workforce.
I'm sure the organic food in the cafeteria started to go downhill too. There's a restaurant in the area that like when they first opened, they had like organic fancy ketchup, and then now they're like down to Hunt's.
Oh, I would rather die than eat. I can't even say it. Hunts. Yeah, so we hear about companies reducing workforces all the time. I do think for Yvon, like this is something that's a big, like,
Oh my gosh.
not something, he didn't even want to have people working in the first place. Now he has to lay people off.
He should just hire rocks.
He should
Rocks
just,
work for free.
the whole company should just be run by rocks.
Yeah, should be run by rocks.
So he has advisors at the time like, bro, you had a good run, get out,
Yeah.
sell the company, make some money, go climb mountains. He's like, I don't know if that's the right thing to do. So what does he do instead of selling the company? Goes on a retreat, a company retreat. He gets like 10 to 12 of like his most key managers, and he
Okay.
takes them to Patagonia.
Wow.
And he's like, listen,
You'd be so pissed off if you worked at Patagonia and they're like, so John, good news is you're not getting let go.
Oh, that's great.
We're
I'm
training
so
your
happy
position.
to have a job. As long as I can just keep doing exactly what I'm doing and nothing changes, I'll be happy.
Are you available to travel for the next 3 months?
Oh, sure. We just going to the home base in Santa...
Patagonia, sleeping in a snowball.
What's the number for unemployment? So he takes these people and he's like, look, we need to reassess our purpose. We need to decide why we're in business.
Great.
Comes out of the retreat with this whole new rejuvenated energy
I
to
love that.
reinvent the brand. He wants
Wow.
to simplify the business model, and he wants to make the environment an even larger presence in their mission.
Oh my gosh.
And this is where I was talking about. I'm just going to put this in one paragraph. He sets up countless initiatives for better products, better sustainability, to better the world. He moves in 1996 to 100% organic cotton
Oh my
for all the
gosh.
cotton that they use, because he
Wow.
found out non-organic cotton, the pesticides they use were causing so much pollution. He's like, I don't want to be a part of that. He helped set up an organization called 1% for the Planet, where he tries to get other people from other fashion companies to join it and to promise to donate 1% of their gross sales to environmental awareness issues. He launches the Footprint Chronicles, and that is something for us, the customer, to like be able to trace the journey from the product's design to the picking of the raw materials through manufacturing all the way to retail. It's kind of like when you buy those artisanal chocolate bars and you
Yeah.
can see like where it
Where
came
it came
from.
from.
And it's of that time of like
yeah.
letting us like let the consumer feel like they're part of
Sure.
that journey.
Your dollar counts.
And all of these things are just reinforcing and building his legacy of him really wanting to prioritize purpose over profit. And I do think if you were to ask anyone about him, that would be what people say about it.
Yeah.
Then in 2011, he did something that was a little bit radical on Black Friday.
Okay.
If just to put you in the footprints of Black Friday in 2011, it's become now it's like Black Month.
Oh my
it's
God.
like Cyber Year.
It's like the day after Easter, you buy, TVs are an eighth of what they cost.
Yeah,
It's
so
insane.
Black Friday in 2011, the biggest changes, it used to be Black Friday, the stores would open at like 5 or 6 in the morning on the Friday after Thanksgiving.
People would camp out. I
People
don't
would
think
camp
they
out.
camp out anymore because the sale just starts like way earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now in 2011, they're now opening at midnight. So the big box stores like, you know what, we're going to open at midnight. Then a couple years later, they're opening on Thanksgiving night.
Yeah.
And like then it all changed. But 2011, it's still kind of like a thing. They still have like doorbusters that
Sure.
people are waiting in line for. 2011 was the year that a woman at a Walmart in Los Angeles pepper sprayed people to get video games. It's like...
Insane. Too far.
So while all of that's going on, so just I'm giving you this as a documentary montage. We see her
Yes.
spraying people and people grabbing video games.
People are getting trampled.
Someone is at home and they open their New York Times and there's a full page Patagonia ad that simply says, don't buy this jacket. And they have a big picture of their number one jacket. They list all that it takes to make that jacket and why, if you have a good jacket, keep that jacket. You don't need to buy a new one. And people are like, other people in the industry are like, what are you doing? You're bonkers, telling them on the busiest shopping day not to buy your jacket, when it actually does the opposite. It reinforces with people, this is a company that they're not pressuring me to buy a jacket. They want they have such a good mission. And I hope this doesn't come out like after the show, that there's all these terrible things about this company.
I don't know. I kind of trust these guys. Yeah.
So
wow, that's really effective.
that became an iconic piece of advertising that they did that
cool.
is in their annals. So he really wants to put himself away from this whole fast fashion thing that we've talked about a few times on the show, where we have these companies that they just pump out cheap clothing so quickly it becomes landfill in different parts of the country.
Yeah.
He wants to be the exact opposite. He wants to be able to trace everything that he makes, buy as little as you need, live a good life, treat the world. He's thinking about the planet 50, 100, 1,000 years from now versus like, I bought another boat because those fools bought my new sparkly jacket.
Yeah.
Which I think is so, I do admire it even though I don't live by it.
Sure. Well, just these days, it's so rare. To be that mission driven. Good for him.
2017, he introduces something called Worn Wear, the Worn Wear website. And he's basically saying if an item is in good condition, it can be returned for new merchandise credits. They will then clean up that piece of clothing and resell it.
So you could do that with this jacket?
I think so.
Whoa.
Now, what I don't know is if I could get credits and then get an XL.
And then get another
But,
jacket.
I would only want to do it if it was even swap. I don't want to be like, you have 50 credits. I'm like, but the jacket's $300.
Yeah. Also because you don't need this jacket.
I don't need this jacket at all. I do love that it's orange, and I love it. I love it. An orange and a blue combo is so 2002.
Yeah, it's very Gap.
I do love a red and a teal combo,
I know,
too.
it's fun. And they have a lot of little secret pockets.
We do
in
have the
here.
exact same jacket.
I
Mine
think
has
it's
this-
exactly the same. I got this as like a birthday present.
Did you? I
8
did
years
too.
ago. From the Garbage Gods.
I got mine as a birthday present, too.
Little trash juice on there.
Yeah.
Never hurt anybody.
That same year, 2017, they released their first commercial, which is basically just Yvon talking about the importance of protecting the land in America.
Sure, of course. What else would it be?
What else would it be? 2018, they have a new mission statement, which is simply, we're in business to save our home planet.
Wow.
They get $10 million in tax credits that year. They give it all to environmental causes.
Incredible.
2019, they recycled 10 million plastic bottles to create the black hole bag. I didn't look up to see what the black hole bag is. I just thought it was great that they're getting
cool. Yeah,
10 million
creative.
plastic bottles. I was going to wear a Coca-Cola shirt that I had. I couldn't find it this morning that is made out of bottles also, but
cool.
I am part of this.
You're part of the solution.
The solution too. In 2020, they did a fun thing, which Yvon didn't even know about. A lot of the upper people didn't even know about. But in some of their stand-up shorts, which is one of their early iconic things, it was shorts that they made with fabric that was so stiff they would stand up on their own. Now they're made with softer cotton and stuff. If you bought a pair of those shorts and lifted up the label, on the back of the label, it said, vote the assholes out.
Oh, that's
They
cute.
didn't announce it. It was kind of found organically, and then it became a fun viral moment and sparked a lot of conversation. They didn't pick a political side.
Yeah.
They're just saying, vote the assholes out.
You have to care about the environment. This is where we live.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Mars.
Mars. I'm not going on Mars.
I am
feel
not
like that's
going
to
to
be.
Mars.
Wait, is Mars cold or hot? Is it closer or further?
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Colder.
No, too cold. I
You
will
wanna
be
go
on
to
Venus.
Venus.
I'm a queen of Venus. All
You
right.
show up on Venus. Where is everybody? John, check your text. Mars. Well,
All I brought was my dirty jacket. Why did I bring it? It's so hot here.
You'd be so happy alone on Venus.
God, it's my hashtag goals. Alone on Venus merch. That's even great merch.
Somebody said, by the way, they thought our merch claps were high fives.
I know. I was like, can you picture us every time sinking a high five?
They also don't know how far across from the table. We're like sitting like a king and queen that are like fighting at like a long castle table.
That is very true. No, there are claps. That's why the emoji is merch and a hand clap. All right, let's bring this home. 2022. And a lot of this I'm just going to read because it's written better than I could have summarized it.
Great.
2022, September 14th. So I had to do the math. 5 days after my birthday, a press release hits the news cycle. It takes the world by storm. Headlines all around the globe about this press release that Patagonia has just issued.
Okay.
Here's what it says. Patagonia announced new ownership today. Nearly 50 years since the founder, Yvon Chouinard, began his experiment in responsible business, effective immediately, the Chouinard family has transferred all ownership to two new entities. Patagonia Purpose Trust and Holdfast Collective. Most significantly, every dollar that is not reinvested back into Patagonia will be distributed as dividends to protect the planet.
Okay.
The Patagonia Purpose Trust exists to help ensure that there is never deviation from the intent of the founder and to demonstrate a for-profit business can work for the planet. The Holdfast Collective will use every dollar received from Patagonia to protect nature and biodiversity, support thriving communities, and fight the environmental crisis. Each year, profits not reinvested back into the business will be distributed to help fight the climate crisis, projected to be roughly $100 million a year, depending on the health of the business. And then Yvon just put a little thing in himself that says, it's been half a century since we began our experiment in responsible business. If we have any hope of a thriving planet 50 years from now, it demands all of us doing all we can with the resources we have. As the business leader I never wanted to be, I am doing my part. Instead of extracting value from nature and transforming it into wealth, we are using the wealth Patagonia creates to protect the source. We're making Earth our only shareholder. I am dead serious about saving this planet.
Oh my God, I could cry.
I am crying, and I had already
It's
read that yesterday.
beautiful.
It's just so like, there's so many rich people that it just seems like they just, if they give a crap, maybe they're not telling us,
But like, why do you care about being rich if like there's no Earth? You know what I
and
mean?
it's like at some point you can only be so rich.
You know who he would be friends with? Craig from Craigslist. Like so mission driven and just like not caring about the money, giving all of your money away to charity and just being like, I didn't set out to be like the richest person in the world. Like I wanted to do something good for the world, the community, and then like the profits came and I'm just going to pass them along to causes I care about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about a dinner club. You got Chouinard. You got Ben and Jerry.
Yes.
You got Craig. You got Billie Eilish.
Sure.
Us, of course.
Newman from Newman's Own.
Newman. Also Newman from Seinfeld. C-3PO. Bjork.
Sure.
It's going to be a
Beaker
lot of...
and Bunsen from the Muppets.
Beaker and Bunsen from the Muppets. The inventor of Coca-Cola. Heirs. I feel like there's going to be a lot of dietary restrictions at this dinner.
This is a big table.
But that's it. I mean, that's a company
Wow.
I didn't know much about. They seem pretty great. As you can tell, I'm a
huge fan.
A huge fan of the
Honestly,
product.
they would love that you saved this from the garbage.
That's
like love it.
Actually, I didn't even think about that. That's so perfect for this
so
whole
perfect.
show.
Yes.
Maybe I'll become their spokesperson.
Nothing makes them more mad than seeing like clothes in the trash.
Maybe
So they would love that.
Chouinard put it on the can himself. Maybe he leaves these little tests to see who passes. And I'm being filmed right now.
You're gonna go to heaven.
It's like, what would you do?
Yes.
I would
what
wear
would
the
you-
trash. So why did you wear the trash? Because for the environment? No, I'm just a hoarder.
Oh no! According to the building inspector, you're a podcaster.
And he may have seen worse. Didn't seem to totally confirm that.
I mean, it's like when my cleaning lady came to see your house, and you're like, I mean, surely you've seen it all. You're a cleaning lady, and she was like, Oh no.
Oh no.
Irma, don't say "oh no" in John's house. He can hear you. Don't ghost him when he follows up to ask what your rate is.
Never heard from her again. All I know is I reached out to Nellie, my housekeeper, who has not been and cleaned my home since March of last year, to rehire her.
And
I do it through her daughter.
Yeah.
2 days ago, have yet to hear back. She's like, I'll let her know, but I have not heard back.
oh shoot,
So we'll see.
you're on a DNC do not clean list.
I'm on the DNC. All right. Well, there you go. That's Patagonia. We already said at the beginning of the show, hard on brand
Hard
for
on.
us. Maybe I will get more involved with it as more podcast money comes flowing in.
Sure, we will also vow 1% of our profits go to environmental causes. How about 1% goes to shopping at Patagonia?
How about 1%? Okay, that I can do. 1% of your profits go to...
Alice would probably chip in his
Al
too.
would definitely do that too.
Sure.
Fine, you can have 1%. What's that going to get us? I love that my first instinct is, when I get rich, I'll buy a ton of Patagonia stuff. Like, we don't want you to. Well, there you go. There's Patagonia.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes, hard on for me. I love my jacket. It's so rarely like cold enough. It's going to be, record-breaking temperatures today, but this is a great jacket. It's making me remember my showbiz days.
I can't. Mine doesn't quite zip.
Give it a go.
I could probably
I think
pull
you could
this
close
off.
it. Yeah, no, it looks
I
great.
definitely can't.
Oh, it doesn't look like it's too small.
Sitting down.
The sleeves are a good length. It's great.
I know. I couldn't believe. I mean,
give it a good soak in
I'll give it a good
OxyClean.
wash, but I do not. I'm not embarrassed at all by grabbing this jacket.
No.
Am I a little guilty that I'm keeping it and not taking a skid? Yeah. Could it probably benefit more down there? Yeah.
Could you swap out a jacket you have with this jacket?
I could, but...
Do a trade, 1 for 1. They would love that. Patagonia would really like that. Take an existing jacket that you don't wear as much, donate it, you keep this one.
All right. I'll think about that.
Which jacket are you going to give away?
I have so many jackets that I could easily give away. All right. Well, there you go. Before we head out, let's give some shout outs to our Freaks of the Week. And if you don't know how to become a Freak of the Week, check out our Instagram. Every Wednesday on our story, I post a little puzzle. If you solve that puzzle and let me know what our brand is going to be that week, I'm going to send you a little freak badge. I'll let you know you got it right, and I'm going to add your name to our Wheel of Freaks, which I spend 5 times a week to figure out who our Freaks of the Week are. And that's who these lucky people are. This was for the Shamrock Shake Insta Egg, and our winners are Rebecca Schaefer. So you're not supposed to say winners because it makes everyone else feel like losers.
Oh.
And these are who our freaks are. Well, then everyone's going to be like, wait, I'm a freak.
Lucky freaks.
And these who our favorite freaks are. Rebecca Schaefer, John Wills, Andrea
Oh, I thought you were going to say John Wilkes Booth.
Oh, God. If he
who
was
shot
freak of the
Abe
week,
Lincoln.
God, I would have to do it because it's the rules of the contest.
On Brand supports John Wilkes Booth. Stands with him in solidarity. Yesterday, Peggy asked me, she goes, did John Wilkes Booth go to jail? And I was like, I don't know. What do you think happened to him?
I think he got away in the dead of night.
Got away in the dead of night?
I
Great.
think, but don't quote me on that.
I mean, he's listening to the pod.
I thought you had an Emmy.
He's answering the egg.
He's answering the egg. No, just normal John Will. Spells John Jon.
Great.
Andrea Chartel McCarroll. Michelle, and I reached out to Michelle because I was like, do you just want to be Michelle? She's like, Michelle's good, or Michelle PS, or Mish. So
Hey,
all of
Mish.
those, hey Mish, congrats. And then our spin winner just now was Emily. So congratulations, guys. Thanks for playing the Insta Egg. If you don't check out our Instagram, check it out. We put the puzzle on there. Marissa makes little posters for our shows. We do supplemental materials. I'll let you know when Yvon was hot and when he wasn't. But check it out.
While we're giving shout outs, I'd like to shout out a lovely listener who left us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. We have hashtag just a girl who loves Disco 13. Love this! All caps. This is all caps, so assume she's really excited. I love this show. I've been binging it for 2 weeks. This show makes me so... Smiley face emoji. HAPPY. Each letter is in a little circle. Not even sure how she did that. She has a special keyboard.
Wait,
PPY?
H-A what?
Happy face. Wow, she's excited. That's how I feel when I read your comment. I feel so HAPPY.
I feel PP too.
Emphasis on the PP. If you haven't left us a review on Apple Podcasts, please do that. It boosts the show, boosts morale. Check out our Instagram at OnBrandThePod, TikTok at OnBrandThePodcast, play John's Insta Egg game, chat with him in bed, join the Patreon for an extra episode every Tuesday. Less researchy, more gabby. All right, with that, we'll be back next week with an all-new episode.
And remember, we may go off topic, but we'll always be on brand.
Bye.
Goodbye.